Alright, another response video to Professor Anton. I know these get kind of long and all that crap, but I think this is constructive. I mean, we have to get this nailed down, with people. We can't be talking past and around and all this other stuff. We're going to have to find some common language. And he's sort of a perfect example of, that well, whatever. Let's go on to the videotape.
Alright, so there's a lot of discussion now going around, and including some questions for clarity on these last three little follow-up videos. And also, I saw recently that now Gary DoNotGod has got into the fray and wants to have a piece of this action.
Yeah, whatever. I've always been in the fray. But anyway, you can choose to ignore me or not. That's fine. I don't care one way or the other. I mean, I do care. I mean, we should have the conversation is my point. Yeah, you don't like my style, fine. But let's not do this whole minion crap and everything else. I mean, I really don't want response. I make half-hour videos, damn it. You don't have enough in my video with quoting me and what I say to argue with. You have to argue with what my minions say. Like I send them out to annoy and harass you. Like I have some, like I somehow create the energy or the force. Come on, get real. I mean, I'll take responsibility for what I say, okay? Not what. I mean, do you want to take responsibility for every phantasmagorical fucktard?
So I want to say some things here. First off, yeah, the three little videos, little minute things that I shot were all part of one video, and I cut them into little sections just to try to provoke some discussion that maybe shows the polarity in some of this debate. I was trying to illustrate.
Yeah, well, I think there's got to be polarity. These are extremely different ways of perceiving our reality, defining it, describing it, functionally I can't do that integrate word. But anyway, how we interact in the world. And so this is really important stuff. If we don't get this stuff right, we can't get the rest right. We're gonna behave different. We're gonna value different things. But we're not going to do the reality thing correctly. So these are important definitions, descriptions, and the human race really can't go anywhere until it's really, really worked at refining the truth regarding these fundamental facts of our existence.
That the death issue has a tendency to separate people off in one camp or the other. And I guess I want to say again a couple of things. First off,
yeah, well, so do I. Look, some people have comments on my board I'm not too thrilled with. Like, look, the death thing no doubt has some importance in why human beings had to answer the question. So they had to come up with an answer for why they died. And and so they came up with an answer that gave them a new life, or not all religions is about personal reincarnation. Some religions believe, yeah, you died and then you became an animal, and then the animal died and it became another animal, and they had a reincarnation, but it was a completely different kind of reincarnation. Their deity, their explanation for their mortality, their way to deal with it wasn't all the same. I mean, everybody didn't need to get promised a perfect eternal life somewhere. That wasn't the only fable in town. But the bottom line is there's a lot of questions human beings wanted answered. They wanted to know why they suffered and why they aged and why this happened and why that. There was a lot of questions. It wasn't just about dying. It was about living and how they live and how they could have more control over their life and why they weren't given that control. I guess there's even part of it. Not having control was probably the biggest impetus for the demand that they answer the questions, because it was only through getting those answers that they could have mastered the circumstance. And I'm almost making the same argument now. We still haven't mastered the circumstance because we haven't defined the circumstance accurately. We can't control our destiny until we control and we refine and we get right the tools. And the tools are the truth. The tools are the facts. We have to get the facts right, or we have no weapons against the future.
I really don't know what to say about Gary and his minions and some of the comments. People there on his page and channel suggesting that I'm a Catholic or that I'm in some way a Christian who gives a creative.
Oh, whatever. You know, you're going to obsess about a couple of comments. I don't even think I saw anything like that, but whatever. I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, what? Like I said, what? I mean, again, you're gonna ignore a 30 minutes worth of video response and pay attention to what some fucktard comments. Come on.
View. I mean, I don't even know what to say, people. I defy you to look at any of my videos and find any evidence for anything like that. It's almost ridiculous. I mean, see, this is stuff I'm not even going to engage.
Yeah, well, again, I'm not making the accusation. Am I making the accusation that you are, you know, traditionally religious? No, I've heard you quite clearly. You have a genuine stated cynicism, critique of dogmatic mush. And my only argument with you is that you're replacing dogmatic biblical bullshit with let's just make up a unicorn story. I mean, you're just replacing it with this complete focus on illusory sense perception, this stupid, you know, feel your way through life rather than think your way through life.
When I see videos where people are just blatantly wrong when they're giving their accusations, I don't even know what to say. At no point did I ever say that you've ever come into the world. I've argued against a trans-empirical soul on countless occasions.
Yeah, but you really do throw that right out the window because you'll do it right now. You're just going to say some stuff that just sounds exactly like you're advocating for some mystery, some magic in the mix.
Really tried to suggest that you come out of the world, that you're something that's doing your place and moment of the cosmos becoming aware of itself.
Right there, you're in big trouble. The cosmos becoming aware of itself. That's just not happening. It's like saying the liver becoming aware of the human being. It just doesn't happen that way. There's no way we can have awareness of the cosmos. We can't remember the names of more than 100 people in our lives. We have huge limitations in what we can perceive, and we can't feel or be the cosmos. We can understand it. We can know that it's made of what the mechanics of it are, but we're not an expression of it. We're a piece of it.
And there is no death. Death is an illusion. It's a hoax played upon the living.
See, this is where you go right down the crazy lane. I mean, how the hell can I turn that into anything else but a religion? Death is an illusion? I mean, wait, what? What are you talking about? It's a hoax? It's a fact. Individual death, death of species, death of the earth itself, the fact that everything in this universe is goddamn temporary is a goddamn important fact.
There's only life eternal, and the finite experience that...
Life eternal. See, there you get into big trouble again. Where's your evidence of this life eternal? All the evidence points to the fact that there was non-life eternally, and then one day on Earth there was life. Maybe there's life on other planets, but that's a big unknown, big unanswerable question. And all the evidence points to the fact that life doesn't happen easily. So what's this eternal crap? And life in what state is eternal? How often does life get to the human perceptual maxim? How often does that happen? Is your speculation, is your belief system built on, your presumption, because that's all it would be, is a presumption or an assumption. If life eternal means slug, who the fuck wants that? Who wants eternity as a goddamn fucking slug?
We have is the way that the earth haunts itself as another. This is a way for...
I mean, see, again, you're telling that now you're proposing that the earth is a spook. It's haunting itself as if it has a volition. It has an agenda. That it's seeing some purpose in the life parasite existing on its crust. I mean, come on. The earth couldn't give a fuck about the parasites.
The eternal, to open to itself now through the throes of finitude.
Now, what the fuck does that mean? The eternal to know itself through the throes of infinitude. How the fuck am I supposed to make any sense out of that whatsoever? I mean, how the fuck am I supposed to hear anything other than blah, 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 blah? I mean, you're just going to throw some crap like that out I mean, you're going to throw that. You could throw that crap at 1,000 human beings, and they'll all give you a goddamn face like, what the fuck? Or if I asked 1,000 human beings to define what you just fucking said, they'll say 1,000 different things. And this is communication? No, it's fucking goddamn bullshit. I mean, you know, it's fuck that shit. I mean, you can't talk a little straighter than that? The throes of infinitude?
I get all this argument. At any rate, it is perhaps at this point, you know, maybe it's not that it's, you know, it's not just that all this discussion just, you know, the light isn't worth the heat. I guess it's that maybe the God talk isn't worth it. Too many people just can't differentiate between talk about God, talk about the divine, or talk about the mystery and the ground of being, and organized religion and the role.
Yeah, well, it's not about organized religion versus things.